I didn't grow up prodigal. My success has been probable. Still go harder than a lot of you. I reflect every
Welcome to Unheard Sessions. My name is Indigo, and this is a platform where I give independent artists a voice. And today I have Sabir with me, and I have the duo, the Trîbe, and this is Nasim and Rashid.
Yeah, y'all doing,
All right.
y'all doing.
All right, how y'all doing?
What's up?
Oh, I'm great. Yeah.
Great,
Super great.
great,
We got it together.
great,
Yeah.
great.
Y'all, we came all the way from Macon, Georgia. It was a drive. How was the traffic when you got here?
Oh, it was
It
smooth.
was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't run into anything.
Yeah.
raining though, but
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get started. We're just gonna do a little icebreakers. So, in this right here. Y'all
We
ready?
got the jar.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and
Yo.
it got the pearls in it.
Yeah.
ooh.
All right. Y'all get one.
Grab one.
Yeah. Just grab one.
Pass it
Yeah.
around.
And we all gonna answer them.
Appreciate that, Brody.
I don't remember writing this. Rashid, you go first.
What is your favorite television show? Favorite television show.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we got so many. Cause we watch the same stuff. So
Yeah.
Y'all
like,
do? What
Yeah.
y'all watch?
like name some.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, Amazing World of Gumball.
yeah.
Yeah, Amazing World of
Yeah.
Gumball. That joint hit for sure.
So y'all like cartoons?
yeah.
No. Boondocks for the
I
dub.
actually-
Boondocks for the dub.
That's a good question. I don't watch a lot of shows. Well, I can't say that. I like a lot of like cat and mouse type shows where like there's a protagonist who is like one step ahead of someone else, or even a villain who's one step ahead of the protagonist the whole time, and they're
Yeah.
like both smart.
Yeah.
So like I watched a show called Prison Break when I was in college, and that show had me just locked in the whole time. Yeah. So any show like that though, like yeah, any show like that is yeah.
I like the
That's my
sci-fi
speed.
stuff too. Like superhero stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the DC
Yeah.
TV shows and stuff like that.
Who you, DC or Marvel?
Marvel for
Okay,
sure.
had to make
Yeah.
sure.
You know I gotta rock with the Marvel.
Spider-Man for the dub.
All my Marvel folk tap in, man.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
even speak on that because I don't get into superhero stuff at all.
Really?
Nah.
all I'm saying is Kevin Feige, like, get at me. Like,
Oh yeah, that Miles Morales role needs to be mine.
This man.
All right. Oh, my favorite show. I'm like you. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I feel like I got a lot of older shows. Like Everybody Hates Chris is
Oh,
one of
okay.
them.
Classic,
Like,
classic.
yeah.
Classic.
Family Matters, stuff
Okay,
like
okay,
that.
yeah.
A Different World. Like I watch stuff like that. So like when
Yeah.
people come over and they're like, "Can I watch TV?" I'm like, I'm not gonna have what you probably want to watch. You get what I'm
watch, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I
But
know you
yeah, I
watched
like
the Bernie. I
classic.
know you
Color?
watched the Bernie Mac show.
You watching In Living Color?
I don't think I've ever seen it. Honestly, like
okay.
yeah,
For
I Live in
sure.
Colors. Yeah. That's,
I know you watched the Bernie Mac show.
I do.
Okay, that's my
And the
joint.
Jamie
I
Foxx show.
do.
Yeah.
No, like Bernie's my favorite comedian. Like, yeah,
Yes.
that.
So let me ask y'all this though, because it's a lot when it comes to shows. Like,
Mhm.
do y'all have a lot of different streaming platforms, or like how do y'all? Because Netflix is now cracking down on the sharing.
Yeah.
Yo, like they are like
trying to keep
they-
up with different shows.
yeah.
I was about to ask where do you even stream Bernie Mac at, but I don't even want to buy another streaming
Bro,
I have the
service, so-
DVDs.
Nah,
Oh,
bro.
wow.
Tubi, bro.
Tubi, bro.
Salute.
Tap in with
Salute.
Tubi. Tap in
I
with.
mean, I'll
Def-
stream it, but like that's how much I love. We have
For
DVDs.
sure.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
definitely tap into
Tap in
Tubi,
with
bro.
Tubi, bro.
Tubi got all the
Tubi?
good stuff.
Tubi.
I done heard some things about Tubi. I don't know.
Tubi is good though. But
Tubi
no, I
is
was
good.
watching a movie though on Tubi, and like it was a running scene, and like you could see the camera like
Yeah,
running
like,
behind.
I ain't gonna lie. Them Tubi movies. Hey, them Tubi movies is Tubi movies, man. Like, for real.
I don't even know what that
I
means.
mean, but I mean, you know, I
don't even know if I
respect,
wanna know.
I respect the platform and everything because you
Yeah.
know, like people just getting started. You know, that's their way of
Yeah.
getting out there and
For sure.
everything. But
For sure.
it's those movies are
Yeah, they be
it's
having some
something
wild
else.
joints too, though.
All right, you can go ahead.
Go.
Show us.
Who/what is on your lock screen and what's the story behind it? Let me take a look right quick and see. Let's see what's on the lock screen. Actually, it's a picture of me and Young Nudie.
Really?
Okay.
Me and Young Nudie.
Let us see it.
I went to Young Nudie's concert on 420 last year
Mhm.
at the Roxy in Atlanta. I was front row, and that was my first concert that I went to,
Mhm.
and it was a great experience for me. And I actually bought the VIP, so I got to meet him. We chopped it up. It was Nudie's definitely like one of my favorite rappers, like at the moment. So
How was the show?
it was great. Like it was very Young Nudie.
Very
It's
young
very young
Nudie.
Nudie. Like we hit one point in the show where he performed Peaches and Eggplants. He brought out 21, of course.
Mhm.
Every song that he had with Baby Drill, of course, Baby Drill was there. The whole PDE label was there. Then it hit a point where he started just inviting people on stage to twerk. Like,
Really?
yeah, and a green wig got through into the audience on stage. It just was wild. It was a wild show, and I enjoyed it every minute of it.
That's
So,
good.
yeah.
What about you?
My current lock screen right now is a picture of me and the guys. So, you know what I'm saying? Outside of music, I am a college athlete. So, you know what I'm saying? So I met a group of guys, you know what I'm saying? We make music together. So, you know what I'm saying? Just picture me and the guys, you know what I'm saying? Good memories, having time. So that just remind me of, you know what I'm saying? Just being in school, man, living life. Yeah, just chilling.
100%.
What about you?
Yeah, so I just took a peek. I figured it was a picture of myself, not to sound vain, but it is a picture of me at this was a couple years ago, but I was performing at one of the Otis Redding tribute shows in Macon, and I really like this picture. So yeah, it's been my lock screen forever. I don't even really. That's why when this question kind of circled around, I don't really like notice my lock screen, and I don't change it that often either. So it's good to like actually be aware of what's there.
I
But
wanna
yeah,
see you.
We
Y'all
the
show it to the
opposite.
camera.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know
don't
y'all
even
got that joint.
I don't even know if you can see it.
See, my lock screen junk is crazy. So I got the multiple slide, like the slideshow, like you turn it off and a different one come on.
Yeah, I had.
So yeah, that's the
I
one
don't
I
even know if
got.
it'll pick up on the camera. Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's crazy, y'all. So
Did you pick a
Lock screen.
No, did you pick a
yeah,
thing?
I have one.
Okay, gotcha.
So my lock screen is actually Daniel. Oh, did it show? From the oh my god, oh we cute too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I took this picture with Daniel Daly. I went to the Division concert, working on my Karma tour.
Okay.
And yeah, I went backstage and everything, got a picture of cool people.
Yeah, I saw the Instagram stories. It looked like a fire night. For
It
sure.
was like I really value intimate concerts, like where the art. Well, not saying they're not big artists because they are, but the venue wasn't too big, so you got a personal interaction. You get what I'm saying? So like he brought people on stage and everything. So
Absolutely.
it was just really it was fun.
And that's the size of the room actually like really matters when it comes to the vibe that you're setting for the show, and a lot of artists don't realize that.
Yeah.
For sure.
You go ahead.
All right. So the one that I picked was, what are your top 3 favorite albums of all time?
Oh man, that's the conversation to be
Yeah.
had. That's the conversation to be had.
I already know what number 1 is. It's the album that inspired me to make music, and that's Kanye West College Dropout. 1000%. But after that is where the question kind of gets hard for me, because I like a lot of music, and even more so now with the wave of independence, and it's just a lot of music out there. But I will say, for me, which a lot of people find interesting, is that I'm a rapper, but 90% of the time I'm listening to R&B.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. So if I'm adding on like favorite albums of all time, like what comes to mind before any rap albums are like Summer Walker, Still Over It. Like that's a really amazing album to me. I saw SZA in concert on her last tour with her last album, and that is an amazing album, and it was an amazing like tour as well. So those kind of vibes are just like my everyday vibe, you know what I mean? But so yeah, R&B really kind of comes to mind first.
Top 3 albums of all time. I'm gonna have to kick it off similar to what Sabir said. The album that inspired me to really like get into music was Graduation by Kanye West. I still had a poster on my wall.
Really?
Like yeah, like and the like particular song that it was, I'll never forget. I was driving with my pops. We were like coming back from an event, and like my dad used to love to play hip hop. So he played Flashing Lights by Kanye West.
Yeah.
And in that moment I said, whoever made this, or how can you make something like this that sounds this great? And then that's when I went and researched Ye, and then I got into Ye. But Graduation was the one for me. And I mean, like he said, I mean, at that point it just kind of gets bleak, because as an artist, it's like, yes, you indulge in your own music, but like you said, if you call yourself an artist or if you take the craft seriously, you're always checking for like different genres, not just sticking with hip hop. Like that's what makes you versatile and gives you versatility when you're checking other places. But if I had to say something to answer your question, I'll have to go Graduation by Ye. I would have to go Nothing Was the Same by Drake.
Oh, okay.
And I would definitely have to go Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick.
Okay.
Real quick though, because we've known each other for a long time, I didn't know that story about Graduation, and it's hilarious to me because that was like my exact same story with College Dropout. I was
Really?
coming back from Atlanta with my pops.
Yeah.
He was playing rap music, but it was just College Dropout. So
Yeah.
it kind of tells the age
Yeah,
difference
yeah,
there,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
the same story.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
that's crazy.
Great
Okay.
times, man.
All right, Rashid.
Top 3 albums.
Mhm.
One that's definitely like when it comes for as me making music, is definitely a Criminal by Outkast. That's one. I like Mirrorland by Earth Gang,
Classic.
and probably I'll put Graduation on there too. Yeah, Graduation
We
by
love
Kanye.
Kanye. I love
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah,
Like,
we love you over here.
Yeah.
No Ye slander.
None at all.
Yo.
With me, my favorite. So I love Drew Hill. Y'all listen to Drew Hill?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So I love Cisco. I feel like he's very underrated
Thumb
as a
something.
vocalist. Yeah, he can
Mhm.
sing circles
He
around a
can.
lot of people.
Yes, ma'am.
So it would be Enter the Drew. I
Mhm.
know every song on that album. What's another one? September 5th, of course, Division. I love it.
Mhm.
Every song on that. What's the last one?
Yeah.
It would either be Lemonade by Beyonce. And it's because
go.
that album, we saw a different version of her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
she was, I mean, of course, we know the situation that happened in her
Mhm.
relationship, but I feel like she was very vulnerable in that album. So, just seeing that side of her was just different. It was shocking because, I mean, she's very personal. So, it was like having that, listening to that, like knowing that, oh, this is going on in your life, it was just very like favorite for a supporter of hers. But
The rollout for that joint was crazy too.
yeah.
No, but I think that's what makes like I feel like when you are comfortable enough to put your pain and what you
Mhm.
go through into a body of work, because that's what K-Dot did with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Mhm.
Like, say what you want to say, it maybe didn't do the numbers that you wanted, but on a personal level, like that was an album that really he had to get it off.
Mhm.
Because it's like you go through so much stuff in life, and even being an independent artist or being signed to a label, which is that you go through so much behind the scenes that people don't see.
Mhm.
And when you come and accept awards and get on stage, they see that version of you,
Right.
Mhm.
but they don't see the version that goes home or that drives in the limo or that takes phone calls about people in their family going through things. So
But then you like to think about like music is all stories though.
Mhm.
So like you have to go through something to be able to make music. Like I know
Right.
personally myself, like I didn't start feeling like I was making my best music until I went through something. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like shoot, when I went out to school, it's just
Yeah.
me by myself. I'm by myself. Like it's like dang, like you really on your own. Then it's
Yeah.
like females. So then that's how I came up with my concept of my album, Lover Boy. So it's like shoot, now you on your own, da da da.
Yeah.
And then you go through something, it's like, dang, I gotta find somewhere to put it at. So it's
Yeah.
like that's why you pick up the pen and you know what I'm saying? And it's just about staying true.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you can tell when somebody like really is being true through their music.
Mhm.
Like it's just a different feel. Like the people can
Yeah.
feel it. So like shoot, music is just a story. Like without a story, I mean you can't really make music.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You have to go through something.
Yeah.
So
Which is why, with me, I really don't judge people's music. It depends. But when I know that you're like, yeah, you get what I'm saying?
You
But
gotta
when
have
I
to
know that
qualify it.
you're really trying to get a story across and a message, that's why I listen to it and I don't just go, oh, that was bad. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because I don't know
Yeah.
what you're going through, but this
For
is
sure.
like you said, this is your outlet and everything. So I'm very, because I know artists they're funny about their work.
Mhm.
But so like with me, I really try not to sit there and like judge. Like, no, it's if that's your story, that's your story.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell you otherwise.
It's like these things, like certain things do happen in real life. So sometimes we see these things happening, but when an artist says it on a record, then it's like, oh, I'm so shocked and appalled.
Yeah.
But it's like, but we live it,
Yeah,
you know,
facts.
like these are real concepts, these are real stories, like you said. So
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely.
For sure.
If you could travel anywhere in the world right now,
Mhm.
where would you go?
Right now,
I want to go to Canada.
Canada.
I've been to Canada.
What makes you say Canada?
I don't know. I just feel like it's peaceful over there. It's clean. Like you
Yeah,
can't litter over there.
I've been to
right?
Toronto. Toronto is very nice. Toronto's
Yeah.
a nice city.
I don't know. I just feel like Canadians are very nice. They are.
Yeah,
Like, they have good
personally,
manners.
I didn't.
The ones I've
I
been.
didn't run into a bad
It's
Canadian.
Rashid's face. He's like, what?
Yeah, no, I
I've
didn't.
never been to
for real.
Canada. I'm listening to you. You know
But
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I've met a few and everything,
Yeah.
and they're very nice.
I didn't run
So I
into a
just wanna
bad
go
Canadian
there.
at all when I
Yeah.
went. Like
I
that.
kind of want to go to Canada just for like the different stuff that they have than we do. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got the ketchup chips and stuff like that. Like
Oh,
different
wow.
like different things. So
Yeah.
I really want I like personally
I didn't see
if
it
I
going in
was
that
to
direction.
travel the world, like I was to like go somewhere just to like try different things, to be honest.
That's
I ain't
real.
gonna lie.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
What about you?
Your boy got to go to Dubai one time.
Really?
Dubai, yeah, Dubai is a very rich country, and they have a lot of like adventurous and things for you to do.
Mhm.
Like man, it's like it's great to see it. Like it's great to go to a place where everybody has to like be aligned in one way.
Mm.
It's like when you look at certain countries, like it's just like be so much freedom. Like you just do whatever you want to do. Like, and that's why you have so many problems. But like when you can reel a whole country in and have them abide by like one law, and the whole country is wealthy and everybody gets along and there's no problems, that's somewhere where you want to be.
Okay.
So
So you want to take like a little solo trip over there?
me and Swami,
Yeah.
man. Me
Yeah.
and Swami, man.
Definitely ride 4-wheelers in the
Yeah,
sand.
man. I mean, I can go solo, but it won't be a fun time unless I have my brother with
Yeah.
me. So.
Okay. What about you?
So I don't have a specific. Oh, I can name a specific place, but so one thing about me is that I'm a avid nature lover, and so
Okay.
anywhere that you could go that typically people be like, nope, because of the wildlife. Those are the places I want to go.
Good
So
for you.
like Australia, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like any places with like open safaris, like
Oh, okay.
I'm into that. Like I want to see the alligators, I want to see the crocodiles, I want to see the snakes, I want to see the Komodo dragons.
kangaroos.
Like, yeah,
That's
I want to see
hard.
all
Kangaroo.
that.
hard.
Hey,
That's hard.
they can fight though.
They can.
Yo.
They can.
Like it's crazy
Hey.
though, cause like I really
Hey.
it's crazy though, cause like bro, like I really
You
do
on your own.
enjoy nature for real though. Like
You said what?
nature is
Yeah.
like an interesting thing.
Yeah,
Like
for
wildlife
sure.
is very interesting.
For sure.
Like I promise
I'm
you,
a Boy
like,
Scout, so
I
I've seen it firsthand.
like
Yeah.
like I watch Animal Planet all the time, like for fun. Like
Okay, so
you
yeah,
know what
I
I'm saying?
got a
Like,
tribe here. For sure. Let's go. Let's go.
You got the tribe. You got the tribe to go on the tribal
Yo,
quest with you,
yo,
man.
so
Literally.
So one thing about these three that y'all gotta know about. So I moved here for college. So I met Nassim. We went to Middle Georgia together. What school did you go to?
I go to Russ College.
West College. Where's that?
That's in Mississippi.
Really?
I'm
How is
far.
that?
It's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's HBCU life, so you know.
I wish I went to a HBCU.
I do
I
too.
think about that
I
all
do
the
too.
time.
I do too. I do. Like
Like-
that's like no, like that's an experience I feel like
Mhm.
you need. Like
Mm,
man, like that culture is something serious. Like
Yeah.
everybody like
Facts.
like it's an environment that cares if you succeed.
mhm.
Like no child left behind type. Like that mentality. Like they genuinely believe that at HBCU.
I really sometimes I just sit there. Of course, I'm grateful. Of course, I graduated all that, but it's like a lot of my family members they went to HBCUs, and I'm
Yeah.
just sitting there. I'm like, man, I wish I could relate. You know,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
There's just like a different atmosphere just being around just, you know what I'm saying, a lot of black excellence. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like you got alumni that come back to the school, they tell you
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm doing this with my life. Like Mercedes Benz, like they come back in Mercedes Benz. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just seems stuff like that. Like these like your professors, they really care about you. Like
Mhm.
they just not gonna be like, okay, you'll get it when you get it. Like it's real life, like they like it's like you they child. You know what I'm saying? Like they really want to see you succeed. You know what I'm saying? Like you struggling with something, hey man, there it is. Da 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 da. Like I don't want to see you. I want to see you graduate college. Like a lot of colleges, they don't care. It's about money.
Yeah.
But like I feel like if you go to HBCU, they really want to see you graduate. You know what I'm saying? Like they thrive on seeing students get to that finish line. And that's
Sure.
something that I really like and enjoy about that.
Yeah, I feel like as an educator, that should always be your mentality.
Yeah.
Like, I never understand educators who go into that field and like they just don't care about the
Yeah.
students.
I just don't like the fact that it's like, bro, like you were definitely in this seat before you was a teacher. Like, so, and I know for a fact, you know it ain't just easy. You know what I'm saying? So don't just try to make it seem like it's just the easiest thing in the world. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like you had to go through it too.
Yeah.
So
You
know
should
what I'm
always
saying?
be encouraging and
Yeah.
motivating them
For sure.
to keep going. Because I mean, then especially in this generation, we already go through a lot. Then having school on top of that.
For
Like,
sure.
but you went, what school you went to?
I went to Valdosta State University, South Georgia.
Mm.
Graduated from there. It was cool. College was, I mean, I do because I have a lot of like friends who went to HBCUs, and that culture is absolutely unique, and it's special. But with my college experience, it was pretty simple, and I'm a simple person in a lot of ways. So
Yeah.
just a lot of playing basketball at the rec. Basketball was my first love. So when I think about college, I think about hooping.
I never
Like
knew
I
that.
hooped all the time.
Really?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, what I was about to say, because I got so far off track.
Yeah, that's
My
cool. That's
bad.
cool. That's cool.
So
That's
I
cool.
apologize. But yeah, I moved here, met Nassim, we went through the music program together. Then of course naturally you came across. Met Sabir 2018. What was going on? That festival, the Otis
Yeah,
Redding
it's 20.
thing?
It might have been 2019, but
Oh
either way,
yeah,
it might have
yeah.
been 2019 because I had just moved back to Georgia from the West Coast,
Yeah.
and there was I think it was an Otis Redding tribute show in the middle of downtown Macon. Yep, we
It
was
was,
doing it
yeah.
right
It
out
was.
in the
Yeah,
park.
It
Yep.
was.
so that's when I first met you and everything. But what I didn't realize was like the history of Macon when it came to music. Like when I went there that day and I was looking around downtown, it was just music everywhere. I was like, what's going on? I mean, I've always heard of people going to Macon and everything, especially like for the mall and stuff like that, but nobody really talks about the music aspect of it. So like, can y'all kind of tell us like the background history with music, like the roots of the city?
For sure. So kind of like a overview because a lot of people, I mean, it's plastered everywhere in Macon. Is that through bands like the Allman Brothers, Southern rock was birthed in Macon, and so it's really popularized. My studio is actually in like adjacent to the Capricorn studio, where the Allman Brothers pretty much had their rise. But one of the things that, especially when it comes to the importance of Macon's music history, and we can even go back to the HBCU conversation, is that in just hearing you talk about it, it's important to be around Black excellence. Understanding the excellence that came out of the city that was from people that look like us is important.
Yeah.
And so you have artists like Little Richard, you know what I'm saying, who
Family.
pioneered rock and roll, man. You know what I'm
Family.
saying? And you know, people know Little Richard, but they don't always attach Macon to him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? James Brown, not from Macon. He wasn't born in Macon, but I think he recorded his first demo in Macon, if I'm not mistaken. And he definitely lived there. And one, I just want to tell a story really quickly about this because how you had because I grew up in Macon. I was born in California, but I grew up in Macon. But I think kind of how you were when you were at the show that day and you were looking around like this, it really hit you like this is a really historic place. I had kind of that moment as well for myself as an adult. It was probably like 2014, 2015, where it really just like set into me like how powerful this place is. So I would get my hair cut by this barber named Mr. Johnson downtown Macon. Mr. Johnson was all of, at the time, it's 2014, 2015, he had to have been like 92, 93 years old.
Really?
Yes. And, you know, bless that man's heart, he would take like 2 hours to give you a lineup. But I never even mind because like whenever I sat in his chair, it was a history lesson. And one of the things that it reminded me is that if you got elders around you, ask them questions because they have a wealth of knowledge and perspective that you're not even going to see in a history book, you know? And so I would ask him questions. Anytime I went to go get my hair cut by him, ask him questions. He used to cut James Brown's hair. He would talk about how Macon used to look what was the same, what was different, how times were. And through going to him for that stint of time, I gained so much appreciation for the history. So even, I mean, I've heard that Aretha Franklin recorded her demo for Respect in Macon.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's so
Crazy.
much that
That's crazy.
that's inspiring about that small city that I think gets
Mhm.
overlooked a lot of times. But you coming from somewhere else and being in Macon, you're like, I appreciate this, you know. And so it's always a good reminder to look around you because there's greatness around you.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at everything. I mean, the Opera House. I mean, well, I'm from Albany, so we don't have stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
when I came here and I was just looking around, just like the first thing I thought about is like, how can I utilize this? Like, like, how can I
Mhm.
remind people like what they have? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That was
for
like
sure.
my mission for some
Mhm,
reason when I
mhm.
got
Yeah.
here, and it was just like that's really what I'm trying to do because I'm like feel like people take it for granted. I mean, it's a lot of great artists and
Mhm.
everything, and it's just like feel like people they just take for granted for what they have and they don't use it, and it's just like if y'all not gonna use it, I'm gonna use it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
For
Yeah.
sure. One of the beautiful things that's going on in Macon, that I think all of us have been
Mhm.
touched by is the legacy of Otis Redding. Like I brought him up twice already in just this short conversation so
Yeah,
far.
for sure.
For
sure.
You know, through the Otis Redding Foundation, the legacy that extends. I mean, through the camp, through the tribute shows, through the events, through the programming. You know, you kind of
Mhm.
go back and even though Otis, in the grand scheme of things, he had a short life, but he did so much in his time here. He did more than people who live 100 years. You know, in the way that he inspires us. And I love the work that the foundation is doing because they don't let us. I mean, I don't consider myself old, but they're definitely young, and they're touched by the legacy of Otis Redding every single day. So what he did pioneering, because we talk about the Allman Brothers, you know, pioneering Southern soul. I mean Southern rock. He was pioneering Southern soul, and so the studio that the Allman Brothers ended up having, that studio was meant for Otis Redding. A lot of people don't know that, and so understanding that history, especially like I said, for people who look like us, I mean, it lets you know what your power is and what you can leave on the world. So yeah.
For
Yeah, I
sure.
love that.
And
And you say y'all are related to Little Richard?
yeah, we're
Really?
related to
How
Little
does that
Richard.
feel?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's crazy because I vividly remember my grandmother. She's no longer on the earth, rest her soul, but she used to always say like, "Yeah, like I used to play with Little Richard. Like we was thinking we used to play on the playground together." Like, and it never hit me until I got older and started really doing my musical research. I was like, "Oh, this man is a legend. Like Tutti Frutti." Like,
Yeah.
okay. So I started doing my research and stuff like that, and I mean, it all just unfolds, and you start to realize that okay, so this music stuff is in my DNA. Like I was blessed, like this stuff runs deep,
Yeah.
and even when you look like Sabir was saying about making like you know, because we gotta be real. Like it was a time where black artists couldn't perform in the same places that white people could, you know. And one of the Charles Henry Douglas, the infamous Douglas Theater,
Talk about it.
Wow.
where
Talk
we
about it.
where we have our events. Charles Douglas actually built that theater
See, I didn't know where.
Yeah.
You didn't even know where the name
yeah,
came
like
from.
he
Yeah,
built that
for sure.
he built that theater because they wouldn't allow us to perform at the Opera House.
Wow.
So what we have in Macon, we had what we call the Chitlin Circuit.
Mhm.
The Chitlin Circuit was a stream of black artists that would just come through like areas like Macon and small towns and perform. And it's been a lot of legends that have graced that stage at the Douglas Theater.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And Sabir and other artists from Macon and my brother and myself, like we host events and stuff like every year,
Okay.
sometimes throughout the year at the Douglas Theater. And every time like I grace that stage, like I always just pray and be like, I thank Charles Henry Douglas for even like giving us this space to be able to show the world our black excellence, because it has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Was that y'all's first shows? Was that at the Douglas?
My very
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
shows, like
Really?
Yeah.
we do what we have events there in December, and like growing up watching like my big brothers like perform, I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that.
Mhm.
And when given the opportunity and I graced that stage, that was my very first performance. And everybody and I wasn't even rapping. Like me and him got on stage and we just danced for
Dancing,
5 minutes.
beatboxing.
I was beatboxing.
I was beatboxing. You
Yeah, he was
dancing.
beatboxing. and I was
Yeah.
dancing, and then I was beatboxing, and he started dancing, and then he started crip walking. And when we got off
We gonna
stage,
circle back on
we-
this.
I'm like, we're not gonna let this slide.
Yeah, we need
and
more
then
details on this.
when we got done performing, I mean, him like he was over there like the whole crowd was clapping and cheering us on, and in that moment, I felt like I belong here.
Yeah, because I was about to say, like, that's my, like, when it comes to the music scenery and making, like, that's all that I know. Like, growing up watching guys like Sabir, Alaz, and other artists from Macon, like, being in the Douglas Theater at Kwanzaa events, Youth Night, that's my scenery of making music. Like, that's what I grew up seeing making artists. So, like, seeing them perform and do what they do made me want to do what I do now.
Yeah.
So, like, when it comes to a scenery, for his music and making, like, he is definitely one of the people that I would say is, like, one of the ones.
Pushing that music, that music shit to make it like he's pushing that like,
music
sure,
when it comes to being
Definitely.
like
artist and making.
I always say like with the most humbleness spirit possible, like we're running on a road that people paved before us, and then the road that we run on, I hope that it's people behind us that's good, if not better, that can run on that road and take the
That's
baton
always the
like
goal.
laps further than we did. So I mean, that's just what it has to be. Like sometimes, like when you look at not even making, like if you look at the industry period, people that say, "Hey bro, I'm gonna call you back, I got you." 6 months pass by, no call. Like, it's okay to have connections, but never forget that you got to put the groundwork in yourself to build something for yourself. Because he can tell you, like, we were little, like, coming around, like, I got a verse, I want to rap. They'd be like, okay. But the older we got and we started actually showing them, like, that's a bet. Like, he actually said last night, like, something that he said it, and he said it and people, like, skated past it. But when he said it, it kind of stuck in my heart because he was like, everybody here that's in this room tonight, I respect you as an artist. And like to hear him say that was like, dang, like I've earned I've earned his respect enough for him that he trusts my ears to even like listen to his shit and give him opinions on it.
Yeah.
So it's like when you get to that point where people that you grew up watching are like actually like telling you that, like, I like what you got going, like I fuck with your
and
campaign.
it's crazy
like,
because
that's like a good feeling, man.
Telling them like, yeah, bro, we can rap, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can rap. Until we just can't. We rap. They like, y'all boys can rap.
That's the crazy
You
thing.
know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
when I came around, I was just like, everybody is talented. Like, there's nobody like around, and we gotta have you tell them about Clutch.
Yeah,
you know,
for
like
sure, for
I just
sure.
can't. I was overwhelmed. I'm still overwhelmed. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just never been around people that are actually talented. Like, everybody is not lacking. There's nobody that's lacking. But yeah, like tell us about Clutch Factory.
First of all, I want to say, because y'all just like, you know what I'm saying, got me feeling all sappy over here. But now, as humbling as it is, I mean, y'all see me as a giant. Like, to go back to what you're initially saying, like, you can only see me that way because I'm standing on the shoulder of giants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
for
so
sure.
to land a plane on the history question, you got to understand the history in order to make the history. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for
And
sure.
I think that's the cycle that's happening here. So it's not necessarily me. It's just I've been empowered by, you know what I'm saying,
The
the
one
people that
before
I
you,
see the same way
yeah,
y'all see
for
as me.
sure,
You know what I'm
for sure.
saying? So, but through that, I've been able to start a collective in Macon called the Clutch Factory. And it's got its roots in, you know, a stuffed animal. It's a very, very large penguin. And, you know, on face value, it's kind of like, okay, what's that doing there? But the greater concept is, man, it's just helping empower myself first, and then people to be clear, confident, and consistent about their goals, what they want out of life, the reality they want to create in life. And so I make music that does that, and I started a collective, a space. What we call it is like a creator space, honestly, which I think is important in today's society, is to have spaces that empower you to be a creator, because I think that's what we're all born to do.
So who all is a part of Clutch? You
Um,
wanna shout them
I would
out?
say, yeah, for sure. There's I think there's a lot of Clutch affiliates, you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people ask me like, oh, what is Clutch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is it a record label? Is it you know what I'm saying? But like Clutch is anybody can be Clutch, you know what I mean? Like it's not like a secret society. But I will say the founding, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what I do without my brother Kareem. Honestly, I mean, Clutch, you could say is my baby, but like it's like dual custody with me and Kareem because Kareem actually came up with the name Clutch Factory. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So this was like 2020 when we were masterminding this, and in anything I do, 'cause especially in a creative, any type of creative endeavor,
Mhm.
it could be kind of a lonely path. So you got to cherish those people. You know what I'm saying? There's a great team with us here today. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't always get this. So anybody who's like locked in on the vision with you, you got to cherish those people. So Kareem since day one has been there, balancing me out when I don't even feel like, it's even worth it. You know what I'm saying? And then you got, what I'm saying, No Flash Ash on the creative
Ash.
side. Definitely when it comes to the visual aspect, that's the huge part of being a creator in this economy is the visual aspect. So having people who pioneer that. So she does that with Clutch.
Yeah.
You got R&B Ree, you know what I'm saying? I met that brother in
He can
2020 as
sing.
well.
Ree.
He can
Phenomenal
sing.
R&B artist.
We love Ree, man.
And
Yeah.
honestly, a big part of why I refined my sound and got back engaged as an artist was through connecting with him. And then you got, Elias an affiliate as well, which I mean, we can talk volumes, you know what I'm saying, on
Hours.
Elias. But he started so many amazing, like he's empowered so many people in life. And so
Facts.
with Clutch, I mean, that's honestly, he's the inspiration for me doing, what I do with Clutch Factory is I want to have that same type of impact, the same way y'all talk about me, you know what I'm saying? So Elias, he creates out the space as well.
Mhm.
Trying to see who's around just regularly. That's Circle. But even before Clutch, I mean, it was us, you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like Clutch is just this current era's embodiment of kind of what I'm doing and what I've been empowered to do. So
And it really does feel like a family. You know what I'm saying? Like I could tell like none of y'all are faking it. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like you come in, you feel the love. And then one
Absolutely.
thing about it, I feel like y'all are open to people, but y'all still keep that loyalty like to each other, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we're gonna always have each other back at the end of the day. And I
For
really
sure.
love that. I mean, because with me coming into Macon, that was something that I was looking for. So for me to even be around y'all don't understand like that's a blessing. I mean, it really is. Like
So hey,
but with y'all too, so how does it feel? Because they're a duo, so and y'all are brothers. Like how did that start? Like how does it feel to be rapping with your brother? You know what I'm saying? And like what is y'all's creative process as well?
Well, how it started,
You want,
of
like,
course,
Yeah.
is
do you want-
through.
You want the real?
Oh
Like,
Lord,
you
the
want the
real.
real?
I mean, might as well. So how it really started is first off through our parents. First off,
Oh, okay.
because without our parents, mama playing R&B,
Mhm.
Whitney Houston, Alicia Keys,
Tenfold.
a lot of people. Then pops when it comes to Tupac's, the Outkast, the Red Man, Method Man, Wu-Tang
Biggie's.
Clan. Like we wouldn't even probably know what music is. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, like the very first song I learned was "Hit 'Em Up" by Tupac. Like
definitely.
I'm like 5 years old in the back of the car. Like first off,
That's crazy.
and the click
Yeah.
you claim,
Yeah.
yeah, like
So we got to start with mom and pops first, because without them introducing us to music, we wouldn't know
Wouldn't
about
be.
music.
Mhm.
And then, like again, I said, growing up watching people like Saab, Alive, like that was another thing. Like, okay, bet, like I want to make music, like I want to be on the stage and do what I do. So then, as we got older, you know what I'm saying, we just started listening to more artists, like listen to Outkast heavy. So we like, bro, like we want to rap, like let's just rap. So then I think it was like what, maybe 2012. I know he was on
it was
Capital Steez and like Joey
no,
Badass.
it was 11. No, it was 11 because we all used to be in Boy Scouts together.
Oh.
That's true. That is true.
Hey man,
That is true.
Sabir, like Eliza, we all was in it. Like, and shout out to George Muhammad. That is, so you talking about somebody that's like carrying that torch and making it is that man. Like, much kudos to George Muhammad.
Absolutely.
But he definitely was our scoutmaster. So we were in the back of the car. Vincent was playing some beats and we started freestyling.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping.
We started
big tripping.
freestyling and we didn't know what we were doing. Like it was horrible.
That's what it was.
And I think I can't remember if it was me or him.
I remember the
but,
song. It was called "Hey
yeah,
Boy,
I think
pull
he
your,
said
pull
a
your
line
pants
like
up."
"pull your pants up,"
Really?
and Vincent and Alaz was like, "You know what? Y'all should make a song like that."
Well, how old were y'all?
I was
Do y'all
like,
remember?
I was 10, so if I was 10, he was like 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we're 3 years apart.
And the
So
crazy thing about it though, now he said that like that's crazy. 'Cause I remember that vividly. We was in the car. Hey boy,
pull
pull
your
your
pants
pants
up.
up. Hey girl,
Pull your
pull your pants
up.
up. Like we was in that joint.
That was a
rapping.
vision. So you talking about we was doing it. We actually laid it out. Like he actually let us record our first song, and that was our song PYUP.
Y'all still got it?
PYPU. No, we don't. I don't know where that
No,
song is.
I don't know where that song
I don't know
is.
where that song is. But
I can sit by you.
I don't know where that
Oh,
song is.
God.
But then I can say like it started getting to the point where I started like actually write because I write poetry too. Like I love to write. So I just started writing poetry, and he saw that, and he tried to write poetry.
Mhm.
And you know, like when you got a little brother, you like, hey man, like watch out, man. Like, so he was kind of like, I can do it too.
Mhm.
And he did it, but it wasn't a poem. He was writing like just stuff that rhymed, and I was like, bro, this is not poetry. Like this is rapping. Like you're rapping. He was like, it's the same thing. So then I went and I sat him down and I like told him what double entendres was. I told him what tone of perception was. I told him about bending words and splitting syllables and verbs and like making stuff like cohesive when it's like I taught him like the art of rap because I was learning myself. So it made more sense to teach my brother. So what happened was I was teaching him and he learned. And I mean, I'm like present to this day, I'm even not scared to admit it. Like he took it and ran with it. Like when it comes like to our creative, most of our creative like process, like it goes to Swami, man. Like this, I've seen this man write 4 verses in one day, and every one of them is hard. Like
he was in the car rapping both of them. It's crazy. I'm like, that's hit after hit.
Yeah,
after
like
hit.
and like it's
sounded good.
crazy because we got a song. You guys will hear it soon, but
Okay.
we have a song called outro to the intro, and most of our songs they happen organically. Like, and that's why I love working with my brother because it's like I'm not working with somebody I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I know you. Like I would give my life for you. Like I'm comfortable enough with you to be myself. So I'm sitting in the house 2 a.m. playing PS5. He over there strolling through beats on YouTube. He finds one. I'm playing the game and he just was like start singing the chorus, and then I went to the bathroom. I passed him the PS5 controller.
Mhm.
He saw the buttons and was like, X's, you got O's. And he made a whole song based off what he saw on the PS5 controller. So I was like, damn, like you might be a genius. Like, so I mean but that process of creativity, like it starts with him, but it finishes with us. Because once I put my 2 cents in and then he gives me his opinion, I mean, of course, we're brothers. We bump heads about what we think we don't like, or if he feel like I should say this, I don't want to say that. No, you gonna say it because it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't want to say it. Then I end up saying it. You know what? You were right.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. But that's that creative process. I love creating with my brother.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trade it for the world.
But to answer your question, I would say making music with my brother is very fun, stressful.
Stressful.
Fun, stressful, and you know what I'm saying? Just natural.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes natural. I don't think
until you start yelling at me like you older than me.
Yeah. I don't think it's never a dull moment when it comes to us making music. So yeah, just working with him in general, just a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Something I just love doing.
So another thing, the Trîbe is actually going to be my first artist that I signed to my label.
Yes.
So how does that feel? Like,
It's crazy because like I said, I'm in school. So like a lot of stuff that he do, it'll be like, yo, bro, let me tell you something. Like he called me, let me tell you something. Like, what you doing? Like, chilling. Like, yo, bro, so I've been da-da-da-da. I'm like, how that sound? I'm like, all right, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He be like, bro, nah, like, I want to come to you. Like, I want your opinion. Like, and it's crazy because, like, when it comes to certain things, like, he really be like, no, bro, like what you think? Like, I want you to, like, I be like, bro. And, like, me being a person, I be like, okay, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do it, do it. Like, it is what it is. Like, whatever you do, I'm going to do it. Like, as long as it ain't nothing just outlandish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do it, bro, we can do it.
Yeah, like my pops, my pops, I'll never forget, he took me out. It was just me and him. And he told me, he was like, one day I'm not going to be here. One day your mom's not going to be here. And it's going to come to a point where all your siblings are going to look at you like, what's the next step? Like, where do we go from here? Like, if they need advice, hey, Nasim, I need not seeing money. And when I was like 5 or 6, it didn't make sense. Like, bro, you not gonna be going nowhere. Like, you healthy. Like, you right here. But the older I got and I watched my parents, like, they're both in great health.
Mhm.
But I see them, the older they get, it's like they do less talking now and more watching.
Yeah.
So it's like when they see us interact with each other, it's like they're reaping the benefits of what they put in us at a young age. So like I've never put my hands on my brother, like, at all. Like, and we've been in some of the most heated arguments and debates in the world, like with music or just with life, but I've never crossed that line because I respect him as a young man. And likewise he respect me. So I feel like that's what it is. Like, I ask him questions because I want your opinion. So when you brought it to me, like, hey, like, I really, like, I'm thinking about signing you, like, that's cool. Like, I appreciate it. But my other official answer was coming from this side.
Yeah.
Because if he was like, I'm not rocking with it right now, like, I feel like it's more we got to do to develop. Like, hey, India, I appreciate it, but like, get back to me in like 6 months. Like, and because my work ethic, and we're actually good artists. Like, we put time into our music. And so you're not going to look at me like, oh, he turning me down. Like, you're looking at it like, okay, maybe he's, you never want to give anybody half product. I learned that from Saab.
Yeah.
Like, he was in Clutch one day and he was like, I used to always come through to his spot or come through the Clutch and be like, hey man, I wrote this chorus. Do you got somebody that can sing it for me? And I guess he got tired of me asking him that dumb question. Cause he was like, bro, why don't you do it?
Yeah.
Same way, my body language, same way he turned, was like, bro, why don't you do it? So I did it. And it sounded great. And he was like, see? He's like, sometimes you can't wait around for other people. Like, if you got an idea and like you only know what you hear in your head. So once you lay down what you hear in your head, it sounds better because that's your vision. And that's why I said, like, I really appreciate my whole camp, because half of the reason why you have 2 developed artists that are on their way to becoming better artists is because of the camp and environment that we grew up in. Like, the camp is perfection. The environment is perfection. It's Clutch.
Definitely. I just love y'all.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I just love y'all so much. Sabir, with you being more experienced and performing and everything, like, tell us about where you started with music. Like, do you remember your first project, your first song, where you first performed? Just what were you going through?
I mean, it mirrors a lot of, coming up in Macon. It mirrors a lot of what they're talking about. It just was a little bit before. We even got the synchronicity with the college dropout graduation. But I heard college dropout. From there, I heard that sound that was like, yo, what is this? It just was crazy to me. Learned about sampling through Kanye. I went back and learned about like the pioneers, and especially the pioneers in sampling, producing, like Ninth Wonder. And I just wanted to replicate that. And so I got really heavy into just like learning how to produce. Now this was, I can't remember what year it was. It had to been like when I really got serious about it, like 2007, 2007, yeah, when I really got serious about it. And so, I'm rapping, but I'm also learning how to produce. The initial beats weren't good. But then once I got into college, that's when I started to really refine the sound. And I leaned into producing more than rapping.
Yeah.
Like, all throughout college, people knew me as a producer. And like, if they knew me for music, they knew me as a producer. I was producing songs for artists up in New York. I actually went to New York for the first time because of production. And so that really just kind of unlocked to me like where I could take it. I produced a song called California Love by artist named Trïbe Ali. That's the homie. He lives out in LA now. But he had hit me up one day. He was like, bro, they playing California Love in Hollister and American Eagle. And I made this in my parents' house in Macon, Georgia, but they're playing this in Massachusetts, place I've never been, and so it's like, when I saw that, I said, okay, there's no limit to where I can take this. After I graduated college, I started rapping again. And that's where I put out my first official project. We did a show in Macon. It went really well. The project was called Make My Dream.
Classic.
Super classic. But that was the beginning of my professional career as a total creative. And I've just hit the ground running since then. But initially my first shows were on that Douglas Theater stage. We're talking 2003, 2004, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So as a youth, man, just coming up on that Douglas Theater stage, being able to have a platform to mess up, you know what I mean? Like and so I wouldn't even be here if I didn't have that. So
Yeah. So, Building Blocks, I really love that EP. So, what's the message with Building Blocks and what inspired that? And also, what's your favorite song on that project? But by the way, the song y'all hear in the intro and the outro is actually on Building Blocks.
for
So,
sure,
like,
for sure. So with building blocks, it was kind of a foundational thing through a conversation with me and Kareem. You know, a lot of the best music just comes from conversation and just, you know, how like common trends and how people think and just being able to really be your authentic self, like we talked about earlier. And so through a conversation with Kareem, we were talking about building blocks and just laying the importance of a strong foundation. So a lot of times we look really far into the future and we're talking about how far, how high we can take things. But if you're built on a compromised foundation, it doesn't matter what your potential is. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come tumbling down if you don't have a strong foundation.
right.
And so building blocks is about remembering those things. What are those foundational things that is going to ensure that you have the endurance to go the way, right? And so with that, it's also a reflective kind of thing as well, because I think we as creators, we talk a lot about like imposter syndrome and things like that, not feeling ready. And
Yeah.
with building blocks, I think it's reflective because you're able to go back and give yourself credit for the things that you have gotten right too. And so that project really allowed me to go down memory lane and just reflect. So the song in the intro, I'll probably say is my favorite song because
Mine too.
yeah, for
That's why I
sure.
picked it.
Prodigal
Prodigal Freestyle.
Freestyle. In the video, if y'all want to go check it out, like it gives an illustration of what we're talking about. Because I went back to the Douglas Theater, I sat in the empty theater, and I looked at the stage and was reminiscent about those first shows. And I even went back and got footage from some of those shows and spliced it into the video. So if there's anything that sums up the building blocks concept, it's Prodigal Freestyle.
Yeah. Okay. So, is there gonna be a Building Blocks Volume 2?
Well, so we did drop volume 2. Volume 2 just we got it out there and we kept it pushing. I don't know if it's going to continue to be a running series though. I'm not ruling it out, but that wasn't necessarily the intent. It's really just really a foundational thing. Like it's legitimately like we're laying the foundation down here. We're remembering that like this is important. These things are important. And it's even beyond music. It's just things about like, you know, managing your health, you know, whether that's physical, mental health, those things. And so those are the type of conversations I even have in my shows. So like that's the one thing I love about making music is that music for me is a vehicle for just overall betterment. And
Yeah.
so yeah, the music's fun, it sounds good, but it's also going to give you that message. It's going to give you that battery in your back to like keep pushing. So
Okay.
Sure.
I love it. So, what is something that since he inspired y'all, what is something like that y'all would ask him? Like now that y'all are actually starting on this journey, how can you advise them? It was something y'all would ask.
Consistency. Like just how do you stay consistent even when you don't, or even when you're not in a creative space? Like for as making music, like even when it's like, dang, I ain't got nothing to think of today. Like, how do you still get through that and still like get something out? Even though you might not be in the mood to make music, but what do you do to still be creative in a sense, if I would say?
yeah, I mean that's something that I'm working on myself. So like I think that's a lot of what I love about doing music is that my music is never really preachy per se. It's really like I'm in the congregation too. Like I'm talking to myself. So these are things that like I you know wonder myself as well. But I can say there's some things that have helped me. One is that you said something like when you're in the mood. Like one thing that I'm working on with myself is doing things even when you're not in the mood. Like that is that is a life hack. It's just like just because you don't feel a certain way, I don't feel like going to the gym, being able to execute anyway. But it starts with acknowledging that like this is a real feeling, right? Like I don't feel like doing this. But one thing that's just changed my outlook on consistency, and like it really blew my mind. But this guy was breaking down to me like the idea that consistency. So imagine if you're waking up every day as a new self, right? The new self that you're waking up as inherited it. You inherit what you did yesterday. By yesterday, I mean in the past, right? So what you have today, the advantages, the disadvantages you have, you got that from your old self. And so what you do today determines whether you're going to benefit to you tomorrow or you're going to set them back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of times when it comes to consistency, we see it like, imagine if you're in like if you work in a kitchen somewhere and you got a day shift and you got a night shift. Night shift comes in, or day shift comes in the next day, and they look around, they like, man, the night shift didn't clean no dishes, man. And it's just like, I ain't gonna clean the dishes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna leave that for the next shift, right? And we do that with ourselves sometimes, but we're doing that with ourselves. It's like, we didn't do what we need to do today. So the you tomorrow is gonna wake up and be like, man, I ain't gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna let you tomorrow do that. You know what I'm saying? But all you have is right now.
Yeah.
You don't get to decide what you tomorrow does. You tomorrow decides that.
Yeah.
So you want to give you tomorrow the best possible chance to like do what you today wants, you know what I'm saying, for your future. So that, looking at it that way, that blew my mind. It's
That
like,
blew
it's
my
like,
mind. I needed to hear that.
That's consistency.
Yeah.
It's setting yourself up for tomorrow in a way that advantages you tomorrow, right? You don't want you tomorrow to be like, man, shoot, he ain't do it, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a cycle. That's a dangerous cycle.
Yeah.
So for sure.
Are you a fan of like a verse a day or like a song, like a concept a day?
I'm a fan of there being no rules, honestly. And what I mean by that is that like what works for somebody else might not work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when you get sometimes caught up in like, I gotta do this, you kind of force yourself into a mindset that's like almost like a scarce mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when really the true power lies in the choice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am releasing myself of any pressure that I'm putting on myself. Because honestly, if you tell yourself I'm gonna write a verse a day and you don't, and then you start disapproving of yourself because you broke a promise you made to yourself, and then you gotta realize that I even need to make that promise. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I would be very critical of the promises you're making because it does have an impact on your psyche. And so understand that you have the power to choose like how you want to go about it. I feel like it's empowering to me. So like, I know a lot of my homies do a verse a day, and like, y'all are like super rappers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can definitely, you know what I'm saying, be on that type of time. So it's not a matter of things that you can't do. It's about what you choose to do.
For sure.
And sometimes I honestly get a lot of inspiration from like not writing. Like Swami said it earlier, you know what I'm saying? I got a bar on my new album. It's like, go live before you go live. Like, a lot of people just want to, you know, get on the social media, talk about this, put albums out, and it's just like, how much have you lived in between? You know what I'm saying? And what are you giving to the world that's new, that's fresh? And so I don't think there's a particular way, but you got to decide that for yourself, and you got the power to do that. So
Yeah. I mean, and I think that's what I love about Cole and Kendrick the most, because we talking about, disclaimer, we say big three, my number one is Jermaine.
Yeah.
And my big three is Jermaine.
Absolutely.
But yeah, like if we talk, but that's what I love about so much about Cole and Kendrick the most is like especially when Kendrick dropped To Pimp a Butterfly, like you coming off a good Kid, Man City, man, like how much better can you get? Like, and he proved it. Okay, not only am I gonna get better, y'all call me a storyteller. Okay, I'm gonna tell you another story from top to finish, but I'm gonna implement different stories within that story and give you a back door to that story, just to sum it up way at the end of that story. I'm like, that's what you want? You can't write that in like a year and be like, yeah, okay, here you go. Like, here's the album. You might can write the songs in a year, but it takes time to structure those songs. It takes time to listen, internalize them, go back and make sure that, okay, this is a body of work I'm comfortable with sharing with the world. Because even though I said Cole is my number one, yes, that's cool. But what Kendrick did with Damn, when I listened to the album, you know what my words were? Damn. Like, damn. Like, I mean, this man literally asks you, is it wickedness or weakness? You decide. Okay, if you want wickedness, you play the album backwards. If you want weakness, you play it forward in the order that it's in. He gave you a choice on how to play my album.
Yeah.
So whatever you feel that day, if you're feeling wicked, play it this way. If you want weakness, play it that way. That takes time.
Yeah.
But it's like, do you want quality and longevity? Or do you want quickness and then you gone in 2 years? Like, no, I want my name to stick.
Yeah.
Like I want, like when you hear Sabir, it sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Cause man, this man got songs that I've heard from him from his very first mixtapes. Them verses still in the back of my mind because they stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
This man said, "I'm talking from the soul like a hole in my shoe."
Yo,
Like,
that's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, like
That's
that verse in that moment made me like, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
like it's pivotal moments in your life that you remember
Mm-hmm.
that inspire you to do what you do.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's why like just asking this man questions and just being around people like him and being around good people that's like that brings out the best in you.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited for y'all. I'm excited to work with y'all. It's just even just watching y'all, like I said, when we got here, they were just in the car just freestyling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just I mean, y'all are very talented, and I could tell that songwriting is very important amongst y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
We excited for you, like first
Yeah,
artist.
for
Like,
real,
we
like,
never clap it up for that.
yeah,
You know what I
like-
mean? For sure.
It's the first artist, and we thank you for taking a chance. Because
Yeah.
I mean, this is really like if, you know, like we have a saying that we say like inshallah, like if it be the will of Allah, like that's what we say, and like you know, inshallah, like if this takes off, like when this takes off, if it be the glory of God, like we're laying the foundation to help you become a very successful Black woman. So
and I appreciate
and it's not too many Black women that's on the top of that mountain that haven't compromised something within themselves to get there. So when you can find a Black woman that kept herself, held herself, and was able to get there without burning bridges and without going through doors she didn't want to go through,
that.
that's a very beautiful thing. So I'm just happy to help you get to the top of the
I love y'all
mountain.
so much. Y'all gonna make me cry.
We
Y'all
love
know I
you
cry
too.
about
We love you
everything.
too.
Yes, I really appreciate it. Well, let's play a little round of Uno because I got some Uno cards.
Oh yeah.
We just-
We do got the Uno
Yeah,
card.
let's try to play some. How y'all play Uno though?
I don't.
Cause y'all,
I don't. I
Look,
ain't
man.
Gonna lie.
Look, man. I was on campus and they just started throwing out cards. Somebody we playing train. I was like, "What is that?"
I play train. How do you play
See,
train?
people like you, man.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I ain't played no Uno in years.
Oh yeah.
So
I
y'all
just
might have
learned how to
to-
play Uno.
So
I
y'all
don't
might
know
have to
that.
abreast me on the rules. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on.
Like even y'all saying train, I can't even lie. I don't even know what that means.
See, okay, but like everybody has like a different version of train. Like my version of train is like 1, 2, 3. Like you can stack those numbers, or you
Oh,
go
you
3,
can
2,
stack
1.
'em. Oh,
but
okay.
it has to be. Wait, does it have to be the same color? It don't have to be the same color as long as it's like numerical. That's how I play it.
Okay.
That's
So what's the original rules of Uno?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Did you learn the original rules?
I think I learned the original rules.
I think
I
we're
don't
gonna.
even know.
I think we're gonna go with the OG way.
How do you do that?
You don't stack.
Let's just run it. Let's see what happens. Who flipped the card?
I did.
Okay, so I go. Oh no.
All right. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
going.
see?
Yeah.
Tripping
Yep.
already.
No.
Okay. Skip you.
Dang.
Skip you.
Wait, whoa.
Wait, what you mean? Whoa?
Are we doing the stack?
So you can't.
No. That's cool.
Oh,
I
okay.
just-
All right,
we
for
catch
sure.
on
You
as we
can't
go.
do that.
I mean, that's a different variation. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Nah,
I about to say. I about to say.
we
You.
playing
I
my
about to
way.
say you skip him and come straight back to me.
I don't like this.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. So
It's on you, brother. She stabbed me too.
Yeah, she stacked
Oh,
up.
so
Yeah.
we
And it's
stacking.
also red now, my boy.
Yeah.
that's what we doing.
We did ride together. What's that?
It's
Give
just.
me that hand.
Okay.
Oh, y'all do those cars too?
I thought that's crazy.
He don't want to
He's
play
like,
no
I got
more.
He said, I don't want to play no
The
more.
shuffle the hand is outrageous.
So you got to go now?
Mm-mm. Wait.
You
We
still
don't
gotta
know
go?
how to play.
No.
Me? So I go?
Yeah, you still got to go. You just switch hands.
Oh my.
Oh, wow. I changed that. You don't have to go.
Oh nah, she
We're
a
gonna
demon.
We're going to do blue.
She on demon time early. That's crazy.
See, bro, that man, like that make me want to fight somebody. Like, draw
Hold on,
forward.
right? I ain't gonna lie. You gonna have to draw 8, gang. You gotta draw 8, my boy.
Nah, you ain't
said-
got that over there.
So did you say that make you want to fight somebody? Like, is that
No,
what it
bro,
is?
like, bro.
And I'm
bro.
changing the color to red.
Bro, see, that's
Go and
crazy,
draw that
bro.
8 first.
That's crazy, but like,
Oh, he got to draw 8?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he
Oh.
stacked them.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane.
Bro, like, now you see why I was fighting somebody, bro. Like, this is crazy. Bro, this is absurd. This is absurd, bro.
No. You
Oh,
said
yeah.
red?
Yeah.
Oh man, nah. We can play train. Nah, I think
We
D
playing
cross about
train.
me. I don't forget D
You
cross.
playing the Indigo Way.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, I put
Yes,
out red.
sir.
This is a dent in a mountain right now.
Bro, people gonna be like, what y'all doing?
Man, fuck gonna be
This
looking at
how-
us like this. How
This
y'all play
but
Uno?
this
I
how we
don't think they
play
playing that
Warzone.
right.
Like, if you put out a draw
I ain't gonna
four,
lie, we really messed up. Cause then you make him draw
he
for.
cheated. So
Oh, he was supposed to go. I was
Bro.
not supposed to drop that card.
I don't even wanna say
What happened?
You were supposed to go. You were supposed to
How?
put a card down still.
that. No, if he pull, he can't
No,
go.
not.
It's on you.
That's what I heard. If you pull, you can't go. Like if I get a,
Look,
We not even playing Uno no more. We just playing our rules.
we make
Like,
it up.
This the Indigo Way, I'm
This is
telling
the
y'all.
Indigo
The
Uno
Indigo
way.
way. Okay, yeah,
but
I
I'm
like that.
telling
I
you,
like
like
that.
when
That's
he
hard.
pull, yeah, that is hard. I
That's
like
hard.
that. Yeah, nobody better not steal that. But look, when he pulled his four,
I can't put
anything
down.
out.
Oh,
and go
okay,
that
straight.
is
okay.
how I was
For
playing.
sure,
Yeah.
playing.
for sure.
Yeah.
So
That's
who?
up.
Who
Yo, go.
on? It's
Who
on
put
me?
that 3 out?
The 8 was crazy.
Sabir
Though. I
did.
never seen that before. The 8 was
It was a
insane.
fall.
Grab 2 more, my boy.
Hey,
I got 2 more for you.
wait. Hey, you gotta think about what you do.
Grab the 2 first.
This man.
Mm-mm.
Bro, where's this? Bro, I want I want them to see this. Like, what genuinely
see.
is this? Like,
OV plus 7.
Ignore that.
OVO?
Oh Lord. Just hey, put that to the
like, look, step this way.
Yeah, put that to the side. Bro, you still ain't dropped them 2 yet.
Bro, I ain't drawing
He
nothing.
cheating.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
For
shit.
sure.
Oh,
For
shit.
sure. For
Come on,
sure.
bro.
Whoa, see, you didn't even have to act like that.
You gotta draw 6.
No, she got drawn 4. I put 2
I
cards.
feel like
down.
I
everybody
put
is
down
cheating
4,
except for me.
6.
I'm the only person not cheating because I've only played 1 card the whole game. So I'm literally the only one not cheating.
Are you my friend? Are you my friend?
There's no way they
No.
gonna time it like this.
I got all these cards and I don't got no card. I don't have no cards that can mess somebody up. That's a shame.
What's that?
Dang.
Oh man, that's crazy work.
Oh, nice.
That 5.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
5. Okay.
So it's red.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's read all these cards and I don't.
Oh, so
That's
who was?
wow.
Wait,
It's my turn.
Nah, who got skill?
you got
You
skills.
got
Okay,
That's a
we
bit.
gotta pay attention.
That's a bit. That's a bit. That's a bit.
I
That's a
don't,
bit.
I don't want to play no more.
Nah,
You
like
gonna have that cut scene. All right, guys. So the game's over. Yeah.
Look, y'all, the production team looking at us like, what are
Like,
y'all
bro,
doing?
God.
So it's back on you. Back on you, Saab.
It's on you.
Oh man, this yo.
He said it's up.
I feel like this game is getting longer and longer.
It's back on
Oh,
you.
back on me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta look him, man.
Oh man,
Crazy. Now I gotta.
this is crazy. Oh my goodness.
Let me change that. Let me change the red. Yeah.
Right. So we still playing train, right?
Yeah.
Say that.
Why would that change? Mid game.
I ain't cheating. No, I ain't cheating.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah, he
wait.
can do that. See, I said 1, 2, 3.
Nas playing whatever convenient.
What
you mean?
You ain't
Like,
whatever
No, he
convenient
can
for
do
you at the
that.
time.
I can do that. I can do
He
that.
can do that.
Bro, she said the Indigo Way. Look,
The
bro.
The Indigo Way.
I just
Yeah,
said
let's go.
no
Let's go.
miracle.
It ain't no
I'm with it.
rules.
I'm with it.
It
All
ain't
right,
no
bet,
rules.
bet.
We just rigging everything
My
today.
mind don't even work that way.
There ain't no
Blue,
rules
put that
today.
back on top.
The color's blue.
Yeah.
Now with train, can you just if you got a bunch of blues, you can just stack them all, or it got to be in order?
Order.
Oh, okay, okay. Hey, I'm about to
I
make
was like, wait.
about to make up the sad way. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
We're
I'm
finna
good.
win while we
Nah,
trying to help
nah,
him.
not at all.
Like that. Look, nah, you can't do that. I'm just playing.
Oh.
Go ahead.
All right, that's all I got.
Oh no. Oh yeah, y'all thought y'all were gonna get me. Yeah.
Paying attention.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Nah, I
Been
can't
over
do
there
that. I'm
plotting.
tweaking.
So he ain't got no green.
Thought you was about to put us out our misery.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
He ain't did that for real.
All right.
Like she vicious. Like,
Vicious.
she ain't got no
I
heart.
already wasn't about to win no way.
Like no
I'm
heart.
gonna make sure of it.
Uno.
Dang,
Oh no.
dang. This is terrible.
The tribe for the win. The tribe for the win.
I got the most cards and no colors. That's crazy. Hold up though. The line underneath the guy. So I can do that, right?
Yeah. Let's see.
It's
Uno
Skippy,
out.
fam.
Oh,
You got to pull
no.
2 cards for that.
Me?
Uh-huh.
Man, we put you
I
brothers, man. How
forgot.
you gonna do me,
I forgot
man?
who was on team. My bad.
I don't know why you
bro.
got pulled 2 cards.
Cause I yelled Uno out.
He went
And I
on
went
Uno.
out.
Yo,
That's man.
I know y'all don't want to play with me no more.
that's crazy.
I need Sabir to do me some justice over here. I'm lonely with this one card.
I mean, if it's blue, we done.
He ain't got. I told y'all he don't have a blue. Dang.
I got skilled. Y'all tweaking. Yeah, man, y'all can stop doing me like that.
Nah, I was trying to see what he can get away with. You trying to see what he can get away with. Like, I'm trying to see who paying attention.
Yeah, you can.
Uno out.
You gotta
Can't
draw
do
the
that.
two.
You
You gotta
gotta-
draw 4.
You gotta draw.
4. And you got to draw. Actually, you got to draw
Crazy.
6.
That's crazy work.
This game's could go
My boy
forever.
body don't be over here.
Hold up, don't call it a comeback though. I got 3 cards left. Let's get it.
What that was? That was yellow.
Bro, if I win this game, it's gonna be the most epic
I'm gonna be
comeback.
so confused.
It's gonna be the most epic comeback.
Yeah, this just
Ain't
not.
no way. Like, this is the cards they dealt me. Like, that's crazy.
Life did you win.
God dang it.
Dang. You be your own brother for real.
Be your own blood, man.
Now I gotta get these cards out my hand.
I'm ready to wrap this up.
I thought we were playing the version that goes fast.
It's
It's
actually
a focus.
supposed
Cards
to.
out your hand,
What
man.
we got,
But
yellow?
don't really
Bro.
know.
Oh, 2.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Dang.
Y'all cheat.
Nah.
They got this brotherly kind of.
4.
2. Oh, okay.
What's that? 8.
Change that color to red. Uno. Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Dang.
Shout out to you.
Gotta be quicker than that.
He skipped you.
Yeah, it's on you.
Let's get
Uno.
Uno.
Oh, yeah. He was finna, I should have stopped. I should have let him do it.
Every time he thinks
Golly.
he's getting close. I'm your biggest hater, bro. I'm your biggest hater.
What's the red on top? I'm sick of this kind of.
That's crazy.
You know what? We gonna just let it ride for the coach.
No,
Oh,
man.
dang.
Yeah,
Nah,
we
fam.
gonna let it ride for the coach.
Dang, man.
What is it, red? I'm back on you, Saab.
Dang it. That just made me
Back
mad.
on you.
Yo.
I love this right now. I love this.
Wow, y'all are conspiring against me. Color's blue. Yeah.
Oh, you said blue? I'm tripping. My bad.
Bro, you colorblind? Come on, G.
Go back on you.
It's back on you. Yo. Tell it back.
Man, let me get this out of me, man.
Making your brother mad.
Uno out.
Oh, wait a minute. Now
6, 7, 8.
Yo.
Yo, this man had the most cards, bro.
No, this was the color, right?
Blue.
Yeah.
He
Six-
put-
I can't count down.
It's the
6,
6,
7, 8.
yeah, he can.
Let's get
I was
it.
trying to.
That is crazy.
I was trying to cheat.
My
Yo.
boy.
Yo, look though, but what
Come on
I
now.
can't no, but what I can tell
Look.
you, this is the man that owns Clutch Radio. and
I
he
just
came
want
up
to say,
clutch.
like, even when the situation looking bleak, never stop believing in yourself.
Hey man, this man got this man right here got a penguin
upset.
from his last shot, and this man didn't beat us.
He didn't even know he
in
was
Uno
doing.
with his last
That's the
card.
thing.
They was
Crazy.
cheating. They
Last
was
3
conspiring
cards is
against me.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I
All
stayed
right.
solid.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
that
I
is wild.
appreciate y'all for being here. First episode.
First episode in the
Clap it up,
books.
first episode.
Yeah. First episode.
All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. And we're about to just wrap this up right now. And again, we have the tribe. Y'all want to plug in y'all socials for everybody?
Yes, my name, I go by Swami. You can find that on all streaming platforms. SW, the A with the 2 I's, MI, And my Instagram is _she27, and we also have our music account _Trîbe. What is it? _Trîbe Boys. Yeah, _Trîbe Boys. So, you know what I'm saying?
And
if
the
y'all
boys
wanna,
has a Z. It's a Z.
yeah.
But the
So if
boys
y'all
is
want to
important.
continue to tap in and
Yeah.
find us, and just
Talk
follow
about
us through this
somebody.
journey, that's where you go to find us. And stream running. You know what I'm saying? It's on all stream platforms. Go run it up. Packs in. We have 500,000. So you know what I'm saying? Keep running that up. We doing good numbers with that. So you know what I'm saying? But like I said, only get biggest for here. I love to all the fans out there that just want to keep rocking us from now on.
Yeah, we
Thanks, man.
love you too. But yeah, my name is Nas. You can find me on Instagram at King Nas, KYNGNAZ. Follow us for sure. We have a lot of stuff coming soon, and we'll be happy and grateful for anybody that hops on the Trîbe wave and ride this journey with us.
And I go by Sabir, man. You can find me on Instagram, really anywhere. Most places is at Sabir Official. And so tap in with me. Love to connect.
All right. And then y'all can find R1 Records at R1 Record Label on Instagram, and then on YouTube, where I'm going to post all of the podcast episodes, will be R1_Record Label. And then if you want to follow me personally on Instagram, that is Indigo Monroe with the _. And yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see
course.
y'all next time.
See y'all next time.
Thank you so much
Peace.
for the opportunity.
I didn't grow up prodigal. My success has been probable. Still go harder than a lot of you.